It's Lucy Brand here of Business Goddess Awakening, and today I'm really excited to share this with you because sometimes the easiest and the simplest is the best. So over the weekend, we're getting close to the end of the year, and well, for one, I have a really amazing retreat that I'm attending in December and I can't wait. But I'm starting to review my goals and I'm starting to see what in my life I want to change, what's not quite where I want it to be. And I was reminded of these coaching tools, which the first ever coach I hired years and years and years ago shared with me. And so that's what I want to share with you today. But I'm going to add, it is me, so I'm going to add a little extra layer of something. So what it is you've probably heard of this because I think this has been around for ages, but it's the wheel of life. And what you do is you draw a circle, and within that circle, you divide it up into segments depending on what you want to include. And then within those segments, you write down areas of your life. For example, one could be relationships, the next could be finances and money, the next can be your health, the next can be your home environment. And then what I do is I break it down further. So I really get to the root of things, because the thing is, if you know me, then you know I'm not about surface level. I'm about going down, deep down, and working out why things aren't the way you want them to be. But then not just uncovering your blocks or working out what's it, it's actually resolving it and then taking action, inspired action to make that difference in your life and in your business. So for example, relationships, I would then break that down into family, significant other, and friends. And then for my home, I actually went through every room in my home and my outside environment, the street that I live on, and the area that I'm in. Like all of these things, I break it down because once you have the awareness of what's not working, that's when you can resolve it. Because the thing is, a lot of the time, the reason we don't do anything is because we can get stuck in overwhelm. We might be like, oh, I don't like the way this is. It's not what I want it to be. But you're like, oh, I don't want to deal with it. Whereas if you are brave enough to look at it and then work it out and break it down into small steps, it doesn't seem as big as intimidating. So then what I do is once I've created myself, and I obviously because I've gone quite detailed there. So within relationships, I think there was 3 levels in there. So I actually create several different circles several different circles with several different segments. And then what you do is you rate it on a scale of 0 to 10. 10 being, yes, this is perfect, it couldn't get any better. And 0 being, this is rubbish, I need to change it. So, and then you go through. But the next level I add in is about your 4 brains. So I've spoken about this many times before. So we have 3 brains that most people are now acknowledging. We have our mind brain, which I know you're all aware of because it's hard to turn that one off, which is logic. We have our heart brain, and this one is about love and connection, and also stores memories too, which is why that I believe we need to clear or lovingly release trapped emotions and experiences from our mind, body, womb and yoni. And then the 3rd brain is our gut brain, which is all about taking action and moving forward. And our 4th brain for us women is our yoni. So if you check in with all 4 of those brains when you're doing this. So when you're talking about for example, your relationships, your relationship with your family, check in with all the brains, because the thing is that they can all have a really different rating, because it might be that, for example, like with your brain, it might make sense. It might make logical sense. So a rating of it is a 9. but your heart might be, it's missing love, it's missing connection, and you're feeling disconnected. So that might actually be a 2. But your logical brain's like, you've only got that amount of time to see them because you're really busy. And then your gut brain, that could be, maybe you're not doing enough in that area. Maybe you're not taking enough action. Maybe you're not moving forward. Maybe you're feeling stagnant. And your yoni brain is all about desires and pleasures and just like adventure as well. That's one thing that I learned from doing this exercise myself. Was one of it was in fun and recreation, I think it was. It was like I wasn't being adventurous enough, or I wasn't laughing enough. That's what came up for me as well. Like, because that's a sign of pleasure as well. Like laughing enough, lightheartedness. And just the thing is, I can sit here explaining this to you all day, but until you try it yourself, then you'll be like, whoa, oh my gosh, Lucy, I had no idea that these 4 brains felt so differently and think so differently, perhaps. But yeah, it is true. Try it. And then I would check in with my 4 brains, and then I would do an overall score altogether. And work from there, because it separates it out again. So something that your mind might be happy with, your heart might not be. And that's why it's important to get them all on board. And then once you've done the life one, you can do it for business. So the same thing with business. We've got connecting, promoting, enrolling, serving clients, implementation, innovation, infrastructure, and building awareness. And then once again, I would divide all these up, because your business is you. Your business is you. It's your baby. And it's I only work with heart-led entrepreneurs. That's the thing. And it's your passion and it's your purpose. So your heart and your yoni have to be involved in this, as well as your brain. Like, because that's what makes you unique and different. Your desires and your pleasures, they're different from everyone else's. And so that's why, I'm sure you've done it. I have fallen prey to this all the time. I've followed cookie cutter approaches. You know, this will work for you because it's worked for everyone else, and then it's dive bombed. I've got no results. I've got a really recent experience of that, which was painful, to say the least. So it's about finding out what is unique to you and why that area isn't working, and then setting goals. Letting the inspiration fall in. Go for a walk after you've done this. I mean, I will be doing this over a couple of days because it's a big job. But then I know what I need to improve, what is not making me as happy as I could be. Because doing this exercise, well, even last year, I mean, years and years ago, I mean, whoa, I've evolved from that massively. But even just like, you know, a year ago, it's so different. I've achieved so much by doing this and breaking everything down. So once you've done that, then you can set goals. So for example, I looked at it in health, one of mine for health. I looked at that, and I was going to the gym, but then I've not been going I didn't go for the last few months, to be honest. And I got a bit like unenthusiastic about it. So I'm just like, well, I need to fit some exercise in, as well as walking in nature and all these other things that make me happy. And so one of the things I put is like, look into a local Pilates class, because I like that, because it's a bit stronger than yoga, because I do yoga every morning, but it's a bit more, I like to work up a bit of a sweat. So yeah, and then so it's little steps like that to change your life and your business. I'm only starting with the life one today because that's the one I worked on this weekend. But the thing is, it includes finances and business as well, because if you're an entrepreneur, then your life does include your business. They are kind of one. We are one with them. So I hope you found this video useful. And if you would like some help in areas that you're feeling stuck in your business and in your life, and we want to awaken the goddess within, because it's about creating abundance in all areas of your life, then book in a session with me and let's get you unstuck and sorted. Mwah! Much love.